Hello, folks. Today I want to talk shortly about property loans for foreigners in Germany. So, the big problem is that what we call taxable foreigners or foreigners who are not taxable in Germany, who are non resident, non domiciled, they have typically problems to get a loan. We now found an expert in these, a senior expert, senior loan agent, who is specialized in this type of loans. So we would like to recommend this guy, and please get back to us, no matter if you would like to finance or refinance a property in Germany, and no matter if you bought the property with us or not. So this said, I want to give you a small tip regarding which bank to choose. And there is, in Germany, we have about 300 banks who are able to do mortgages on property. And the system is called Deutsche Pfandbriefbank. This is a syndication of German banks who hand out mortgages and get a collateral in the land register. So this system is called Deutsche Pfandbriefbank, and more and more foreign banks, more and more European banks try to get a license in Germany as a Pfandbriefbank because it's a very attractive and secure business. As you know, Germany is a very secure market, very stable, also very secure political and economic freedom, also on economic stability. So a lot of people try to facilitate this by walking into Germany and buy property, as we know, but there's also banks who try to hand out loans, who walk into Germany and try to become a German mortgage bank. So now the problem here is that if those people don't achieve their results in the first 5 years, they might vanish. And they close down their business handing out mortgages. So now when it comes to what we call prolongation, it's a French word, also used in Germany and I think also in English, prolongation, which means that you have a 5 years loan, for example, or a 10 years loan or a 15 years loan. In Germany is possible. It's a fixed rate, fixed interest it's a fixed interest, and typically the monthly payment is fixed. So at the beginning, the interest rate is high, and the repayment, depending on the height of the loan. But let's not get into details. It's too complicated. I need a flip chart to tell you. But the point is that typically after 5 years, you need to find a new borrower, a new lender, and when this bank that you originally signed the deal with and who is in your land register as the lending bank, then and they don't hand out a mortgage to you, you have a little problem. And because the point is that typically when it comes to a prolongation with the same bank, they don't check the property and they don't check the lender. You see, the problem is if you switch banks, they will re-evaluate your property, which might be a problem, which maybe it's fine, maybe it's a problem, and they also re-evaluate the lender. So now this could be good or it could be negative, but however they do it. And it's also cost attached because the banks typically charge you this cost, this appraisal costs. So now the point is that if you stay with the same bank, there is no checking, no appraisal for the property, no appraisal for the lender. So you should choose a bank who is well known and also will be around in 5, 10, or 20 years from now. So don't try to run into this pitfall that you choose a bank who is giving you a good rate just to penetrate the market. They hand out good rates, and it sounds like, oh my God, I get 0.1% a better interest rate, and that will add up to an amount of whatever X in 5 years, and I'm gonna take those guys because they hand out the best rates. So at the end of the day, you might lose, because they are not around in 5 years. So that's one thing, and the other thing is that this checking of you and the property could also be a problem, also the cost attached. So the easiest way is to walk into a typical German bank like Volksbank, like Sparkasse, like those guys who will be around forever, for sure, and not do business with new banks on the market. This is something that only a senior loan agent will tell you, because they might even run into this problem, and a young loan agent who never had this problem, who never facing this problem, he might even not know about it. Okay, so be careful about this. Then now I tell you something else. There is a new way to hand out loans in Germany, and they give you more than one loan. Yeah, so one property, but they put two loans on it. So one loan is just 5 years fixed, and the other loan is 10 years fixed, for example. Or one is 5 years fixed, and the other one is 8 years fixed. So now the problem is that if you want to change the bank after 5 years with the first loan, it's very complicated to find a bank who will actually grab this loan, because it's not a senior loan. So it's the collateral, the first bank is first in row, and the second bank is second in row. So if you're now looking for another bank to step in, they will always tell you, but hold on, there is another bank in the registry. So we have to give you not so good rates, because our risk is higher, because there is another bank in front of us. You see that you can't, after 5 years, you can't switch the bank. So the problem is that now it's like a log-in effect, because you can't change the bank. It's complicated. The other bank will tell you we hand out higher rates, and your old bank now can more or less offer every rate they want, because you more or less have to grab it. So be careful when somebody offers you a more than one loan on one property. It could be tricky. Okay, could be tricky. What else? Yeah, I think this is enough said. I'm not, so to say, I'm not a loan agent, and I'm not a specialist on financing real estate. I'm a real estate investor, as you know, and a developer, and I have a lot of loans running, and I do swap deals with banks and all these stuff that big guys are doing, but I have just a limited knowledge, so to say. But however, I want to trigger some points for you to think about, and the best thing, or the best advice that I can give everybody: don't walk into a German bank and try to secure a loan yourself. Always go through a loan agent, because this loan agent has potentially is able to talk to all 300 registered banks in Germany. And when you walk the door with a loan agent together, the bank you walk in, they know, okay, this guy does know what he's talking about. He knows how to prepare the paperwork. He knows how to prepare the property, and so on and so forth. And you typically get better rates, because it's a competition thing. You know, the bank knows that this guy can potentially talk to all 300 banks that you qualify. Yeah, so never walk alone to a bank. Always use a loan agent. And if you like to have a loan agent for foreigners, give us a call, and please first email us, send us your details, your name and number. We would like to communicate with you by email or WhatsApp. It's the easiest thing. Please don't call us before you haven't sent us an email. My team will call you back, and we will then decide which loan agent is best for you. Okay? Thank you very much. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.